Alright guys, we are going to do our EOC review for Unit 2. We're going to start with solving linear equations and inequalities. So here we need to distribute first, and we get 6 minus 2a equals 18. Subtract 6 from both sides. Negative 2a equals 12. Divide by negative 2. So a equals negative 6. Now, if this is a multiple choice question, don't forget you can take the answers and just plug them in place of A and find out which one is correct. Alright, so here we need to multiply and distribute by 2. We get 10 minus 2x is greater than 8. We subtract 10 from both sides. I get negative 2x is greater than negative 2. And I'm going to divide by negative 2. Remember, if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must reverse or flip the symbol. So x is going to be less than 1. And then, again, you can plug in answers to this. Okay, so graphing, we're going to use slope-intercept form. So first thing we have to do is solve for y. So we subtract 6x from both sides. We get 3y equals negative 6x plus 9. Then we divide each term by 3. We get y equals negative 2x plus 3. Then we're going to say our slope, our rise over run, is negative 2 over 1. And our y-intercept, our starting point, is 0, 3, because b equals 3. So at 0, 3. We have a point, negative 2, 1. I'm going to go down 2, right 1. Remember, if it's negative, the line must slant to the left. Or I could have went up 2 and left 1 for a negative slope. And I could keep doing that to get my picture. And then I'm going to connect my line. I can't draw with this thing. Straight line. Use a ruler there. All right, add 2x to both sides here. So I get y is less than 2x plus 2. M equals 2. This is positive 2. Our b is 2, so that's 0, 2. Since it's less than, it's going to be below. And then it's not equal to, so it's going to be dashed. So we've got 0, 2. And then up 2 over 1. Down to left 1. And then this is going to be dashed. And then it's going to be shaded below. Okay, remember you can stop the video and work slower if you need to. Alright, we're going to solve this systems of equation here. So this one we're going to use substitution. So you can substitute whatever you would like, but we're going to substitute 2x minus 4 in place of y. So we're going to have x equals 2x minus 4. So I'm taking that, put it in place of y, plus 1. So then x equals 2x, combined like term, minus 3. Subtract 2x from both sides. I get negative x equals negative 3. Divide by negative 1. X equals 3. Now I'll take that and I can substitute it in place of either one. I'm going to put it in the first one. So I'm going to have y equals 2 times 3 minus 4. 2 times 3 is 6 minus 4. Y equals 2. So I can put this, the ordered pairs 3, 2. Remember, I can go to Desmos and put these in, see where the lines intersect to check my answer also. Okay, elimination. So here, if we want to get these lined up, so we're going to need to add 3x to both sides. And I'm going to have it just like this. So I have 2x minus y equals 1. And then over here, I'm going to have the 5 equals 3x plus 2y. Okay? So 3x plus 2y equals 5, and then this. So if I am going to eliminate my y's, I'm going to need to multiply this by 2. And then that's going to give me, I'm going to do it right here, 4x minus 2y, and then 2 times 1 equals 2. When I add those together, I get 7x. My y should eliminate because I'm doing elimination here. And then that's going to equal 5 plus 2 is 7. Divide by 7. X equals 1. I can plug it back in place of either one. I'm going to use the first one. So I'm going to have 2 times 1 minus y equals 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. Negative y equals negative 1. Divide by negative 1. So y equals 1. So my ordered pair here is 1, comma 1. Okay, again, if I'm going to use elimination on this one here, I can multiply the top one if I wanted to eliminate my x's by negative 2 and my bottom one by positive 3. And so that's going to give me negative 6x plus 4y equals negative 14. Negative distributed. It's going to give me 6x minus 9y equals 9. The x's were eliminated. And then I'm going to have negative 5y equals negative 5. Divide by negative 5. So y equals 1. Substitute that back into either function. So 3x minus 2 times 1 equals 7. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides here. 3x equals 9. Divide by 3. X equals 3. So my ordered pair here is 3, comma 1. Be careful because of the x there. Okay, here, this will be easiest by substituting. I can put 2 in place of y. So I have 4x minus 7 times 2 equals negative 14. So this would be 4x minus 14 equals negative 14. Add 14 to both sides. 4x equals 0. Divide by 4. X equals 0. So my ordered pair here is 0, comma 2. Because I don't need to plug back in because I already know what y is. Okay, remember, stop the video, go back if you need to. Okay, literal equations. Solve the equation for the variable x here. So we would subtract 6 from both sides. I get a equals a over x. So 8 equals a over x. Divide by a. So 8 over a equals x. Okay, here, solve for w. So I'm going to divide by 2. I get a over 2 equals L plus W. So a over 2 equals L plus W. Subtract L, and this is a 2. So I get a over 2 minus L equals W. Now you could have distributed, subtract, and then divided also. Okay. This last one, we are going to change this one. We decided to change this one. And we're going to have V equals IR. And I'm going to solve for R. So I'm going to divide by I. So V over I equals R. Okay, average rate of change. Okay, if you remember, it's the change in y divided by the change of x. Okay, this here is linear because it's going up by 3. On this side, 4 to 7 is 3, 10 to 13 is 3, 0 to 2 is 2, 2 to 4 is 2, 2, 2. So y over x, the rate of change, 3 halves. Okay, here we have this point here at 30, 7. And then we have the point down here, which we can use, or we can use this point up here. Let's use this one, 0, 10. Okay, remember you can do your triangle. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3 down, and then 10, 20, 30. So this will be down 3 and over 30. So it'd be rise over run. So negative 3 over 30, which equals negative 1 over 10. I knew it was negative. It was slanting to the left. Or I could have done 7 minus 10, and then 30 minus 0. So that would give me negative 3 over 30, and then negative 1/10. Okay, let's look at some word problems here. Carla wants to save up for a prom dress. She figures she can save $9 each week from the money she earns babysitting. If she plans to spend less than $150, how many weeks will it take to save enough money? So it's 9 times X, which is the weeks, is less than 150. We're going to divide by 9. So X is less than 16.7. So approximately 16.7 weeks. Okay, wrapping paper for fundraisers can buy plain paper and shiny paper. So this is going to have X and Y. So X equals shiny and Y equals plain. Okay, so then if we keep reading, it talks about the cost. How many rolls of each did they sell? So we need to know the number of rolls and the cost. So I'm going to set it up for you. You should be able to solve it. So X plus Y, number shiny and the number plain, is total of 55 rolls. And then the plain, which is Y, is $14. And the shiny is $20. So that's X. And then the total cost made is $950. So then you can do substitution or elimination, and so you're going to solve. I'm going to leave that to you. All right, is this a function or not a function? Remember, each input can only have one output. Don't forget the vertical line test. So negative 1 to 5, 0, 1. So this is a function. This is not a function because 4 goes to 7 and 4 goes to 14. Now, if we have our vertical line test and we keep, yes, this is a function. It only touches one time. Okay, so then if we have functions, we're going to evaluate f of 7. So that means we're going to replace x with 7. So f of 7, 2 times 7 is 14, minus 1 is 13. Here, g of 6 equals 3 minus 5 times 6. What is g of x? So g of x would equal 3 minus 5 times x. Okay, the last two here, we're doing arithmetic sequence, explicit and recursive. So our a sub 1 is 2, 2 to 6, 6 to 10, so that's adding 4, adding 4, adding 4, so my d is 4. So when I write the explicit, I'm going to have a to the n equals 2 plus n minus 1 times 4, and then I want to simplify 4n minus 4. So a to the n equals 4n minus 2. And then the recursive would be a to the n equals a to the n minus 1, and then the d is 4. Okay, last problem. So we're going to have 6.5 hours to set up the machinery, so that's our starting point, and then 5.2 each engine. So in this case, we would have y equals 5.25x plus 6.5 hours. Okay, so this is our rate of change. And then this is our y-intercept. Okay, so this is a linear function. So we know our domain is all real numbers, so negative infinity to infinity. And then our range is also all real numbers for linear function, because every input of x would give out an output of y, so all real numbers. All right, so that's Unit 2. Please do your assignment tonight. The notes and the assignment will be graded.